There's a lot of case law. They are really, really useful, I think, in showing quite how difficult this area of the law is. All sorts of lessons we can learn from there. We're looking at the different traps, pitfalls when you're serving the break notice. Again, something really, really easy to get wrong, but something that you must not get wrong. Timing, making sure that the clause is actually drafted so you understand what the wretched thing says and what has to be done in order to comply with it. We're looking at various kinds of break clause. There are several. We'll look at those in a minute. And we will also look at the nightmare area of conditional break clauses. That is really, really tricky. Look at the wording of your notice provision. And again, this is a really important thing to think about when you're drafting a lease, so that looking forward, you can understand how notice have to be served. Is it a permissive or a mandatory requirement? Is it the notice must be served, and that if it's served any other way, it's not valid, or is it may be served? So check whether it's permissive or mandatory. Because obviously, if it's a mandatory one, then it has to be done, say, by post, and it can't be sent by hand. Let's look now at conditional breaks. As I said earlier, a conditional break can be so onerous that your break clause might as well not be there. Even a trivial breach can be fatal. So you might have a break condition that says that the tenant must have complied with all the provisions in the lease. Think about the sort of the less onerous provisions in the lease, like cleaning the windows every month. If you have an absolute compliance obligation in a break clause, and you haven't cleaned your windows 1 month, which actually doesn't matter a jot, that will ruin your right to break.